Benvenuti, welcome everybody. We're now live on Hudi X, on X, and also on LinkedIn from the Keix LinkedIn page. Huge welcome to all our listeners. Let's see if everything is working. Please, um, you can comment or ask any question. If everything is working, please just make a comment
Okay.
or a like
Okay.
for our official press conference about Hudi Cake's joint venture. So, welcome everybody, and you are looking at this official press conference for the launch of Hudi Cakes, the joint venture between Hudi, Human Data Income, and Cakes, Data for Knowledge. Today we are announcing something that can deeply change the way a small and medium-sized enterprise across Europe and I can tell across the world work with data and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is now something that is on you can hear from everywhere, every time. Everybody is enjoying in these days Studio Ghibli image generation, all the new stuff coming every day from the AI big corporations. But as Woody, we are talking about data since ages, since I don't know, probably it's 7 years that we are talking about that. Before it was hype, and now we can see the impact that artificial intelligence is making in all the industries. At the base of artificial intelligence, there is one raw material that is our data and data in general. And this is why our mission with Hudi and Cakes together, as we start with Hudi and then join force with Hudi Cakes, is crucial and very important because all this data that is used every time, every day in all the businesses, and now from artificial intelligence is our data. So, on the other hand, companies are using artificial intelligence more and more, but with some problems because now they use it to answer email, they use it to read documents, to create documents, but there is no like a way to let the enterprise, small and medium or bigger, whatever a company, to access all the company data, internal and external, and use artificial intelligence to take better decision. So our mission with this joint venture is to make AI accessible, strategic, and truly useful for small and medium enterprise. Let me introduce ourselves and our co-host of today. Our vision will show you the technology we are working on, that we are building, and I start saying thank you to all the listeners, in particular to all the Udi long-term older and believers. And a big thank you also to Salvo Panarello, that is the CEO of Cakes, and Frankie Ballarani, that is the CEO of Woody. Ciao, Salvo.
Ciao guys.
So let me
Hi
start
guys.
with Frankie. Frankie, what is the role? What is Woody and the role of Woody in this strategic joint venture?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be very quick about the Hudi history, just to, have a recap for everybody. But basically, the first, let's say, idea and white paper of Hudi as a ecosystem empowering people to own and monetize their data is dated back in 2017, 2018. So since then, we always worked on building a technology and a product consumer product that would allow people to actually own and monetize their data. Since 2021, we actually, let's say officially, start doing that in a Web3 way for the Web3 world. So we did an IDO. We had more than around maybe a bit less than 500,000 user using our platform to like collect data and monetize those data when we launch our token in 2021. So basically, we validated the idea, we tested the market, and the market is very interested in providing their data. People are interested in, first of all, see what data there are available about them. So they're very interested in the data collection side. On the other side, they're also happy to share some of this data with specific companies in exchange for a profit, like for a revenue. Basically, if they get paid, they're happy to share their data. So, with Udi, we're taking care and we're building technology to allow that. And on the other hand, there is Cakes that is basically starting on the opposite side. So like working with companies to like start making sense and having all their inside data, in one place. And then the next step, once let's say you clean your house, is like, you want to get external data, you want to get more data. And often, your data, the data you want to get are from or existential existing customers, or from potential new customers. So basically, again, we talk about people. So the point is like, let's say we are working on the same vision with the same, also the same next step, because for both, the next step is the actual data marketplace. So like allowing this decentralized, direct data market. And, on the business side, is going to be a huge opportunity, because right now, or you are a big business, or there is no way you can access any decent data marketplace, right? In this way, they could not only have access to a data marketplace, so enrich their data, but they can also access directly, and it's called like zero party data, because they buy data directly from the users, willing to provide those data. So it's going to be way more than just data, let's say the kind of transaction. But, just to, long story short, the beauty of this joint venture is like we're both working on the same problem from two complementary point of view. And now, starting with this, let's say we can proceed in the next big stage for both companies to actually, realize this vision.
Thank you, Frankie. And what basically we found in Cakes from the side of Woody is the perfect partner to extend this vision together. So I would like to have some words from Salvo and to talk about this also this idea of an AI brain, like an artificial intelligence brain that we are working on, a system that empowers businesses to make real-time decision using their data and outside data you can find in the world to make better decision and also action. So Salvo.
Well, um, hi everybody. First of all, let me introduce me because I come from the consumer behavior analysis, which is very important in my um, experience and my knowledge, and what nowadays allowed me to phase to start this project years ago. We start because I've always combined consumer behavior analysis and technology. Um, 10 years ago, we start to work with technology, trying to analyze, to design new way to approach data, even because we understood the trend will make data very important in the future. So first of all, we start to redesign database, and then we start to work with IoT and all data coming from IoT. We used to analyze consumer behavior within point of purchase within stores, and then we did computer vision. So we used to manage a lot of data. During the pandemic events, we had some companies we understood. We had from companies the idea. We understood there was a need on data analysis because they say, "Oh, we have many different sources in our company. We have many data available. But we are not able to analyze all this data. We are not able to." Put together and try to get more valuable data we have. So we decided to design a new platform, which is kind of layer. You can connect all different sources. For instance, you can connect CRM, ERP, Google Sheets, IoT device, or whatever, finance data, open data from many different sources, and then you can process data all together and improve the knowledge that you have from data. If you consider that data, of course, in many cases you have softwares like your ERP gives you insights, but have all data together and have a high brain processing data all together is a big added value for a company because uh, give chance to optimize internal process and then cost as well as relationship with the target market.
Thank you, amazing. So, what do you think about showing a bit of a
Of course,
demonstration
of course, of
of
course.
what Cakes is cooking and looks like an AI to have an AI brain to empower your business?
Okay, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, we this is the case with the dashboard we made for our customer. Of course, we cut off any any information regarding clients, but I can tell you it's a client coming from the e-commerce, is a marketplace. It's a quite important shoes marketplace, and we have finance data as well as we have marketing data coming from social, coming from advertising, and then we have two different dashboards as we can find in any BI, and then we have advertising, we have finance data, but what we do, the added value is just to ask Cakes. Hi, Cakes, can you please analyze this data and please tell me what uh, solutions we have to improve performance of this company?
So you can just talk with the platform.
You just talk with the platform, which is very important because you have immediately data and analysis from the platform. You can have gauges, you can have analytics anyway, but you have critical issues and as well as suggestion to solve to improve company performance. Of course, the decision remains to the managers, to the C level of the company, or to the managers in general. But you have a very fast answer from an analysis, as well as you would ask to your data scientist, to your data analyst in your company, which is very important. I I believe there are not actually on the market the fastest solution as Cakes suggests to companies. So you have many different kind of analysis because you can put together all different data sets you have, and the platform analyze all the different sources and find out a solution that probably would take days of working of a team of even of single data analysts to get out. Well, other solution I can see, I can let you know, you can use AI not just on,
Can you just have a quick overview of the kind of like suggestion and insight that provides in the dashboard we were seeing, or in the next, just also to
yeah,
make some.
I can show you. You can use AI alongside the entire pipeline since the beginning because all you have seen start from data. So you have data sets, finance data set in this case, and you can ask Cakes. Can, can you please, Cakes? Hi, Cakes. Can you please analyze these data sets and please suggest analysis I can do with it?
All right. So I read the dataset which represent quarterly financial statement from Q1, the main columns. Okay, so he analyze everything there,
Yeah, and
the
then you have potential
potential
analysis.
analysis, and then it gives you some ideas and ways to analyze the document. So cash flow
Absolutely.
trend, identify seasonality and trends over time, earning quality, working capital, investing activities, financial and debt, financial performance, profit and cash consistency, financial ratios, cash flow composition. So it's like these are all you ask for every kind of analysis you can do with those documents. It's like talking with a data scientist, let's say.
Like talking with a data scientist is much faster than a
A
data
very
scientist because
intelligent, fast, and acknowledged data scientist.
yeah, of course, of course. You have a very fast data scientist, which allows you to have a quick overview, and then as soon as you can ask, can you please analyze this data, and then you can go to the pipeline because automatically the platform or the workflow in this specific case creates the entire data pipeline and use like small blocks which translate pandas and numpy functionalities like visual blocks.
Amazing.
And then I can show you the workflow.
Hmm.
Oh, this is the workflow.
All
So
right.
the platform creates the blocks. We have blue blocks, which are data sets, and then
Can
we
you
have
overall explain easily what is this workflow, or what is a
it's
workflow?
the analysis plan. So after the first question you have to the first question you ask to your data analyst, and as soon as you receive your answer, which is you can do this, then you can tell the data analyst to create the analysis plan because you can combine all the options from the different data sets in a unique pipeline, which is the workflow. And then you have all the data inside and you can analyze all the data inside. Blocks have different functionalities. The blue blocks are data sets. The green blocks are analytics. The orange blocks are AI functionalities. Okay. And then red
Oh,
blocks are statistics. The green, as I said, they are analytics. And then you can go back. You have the entire analysis like this. This is all created by the AI. And then if you go back, you can have all the analytics on the dashboards. You can easily change the layout, so you can easily edit the layout, and you can create your own dashboards. It's fantastic because you can create many dashboards, and from the same data lake, from the same data analysis, you can deploy dashboard for any single manager. But the data different than other different softwares. You have all the data, all the analysis combined in many different sources, and all these makes more efficient. The entire information system, which allows company to have significant safe we estimated between 30 and 40% combining optimization, cost optimization, and marketing performance.
Super intelligent, super intelligence applied to a business. Yeah, that's great. And basically, the idea of this is the idea of the AI brain. Is like taking all of your data, all the data that the company is producing, taking all the data that is available online. If the organizations need some other kind of data, that it could be available in some ways, could be via survey or could be via some data set or some other, let's say, from some other data source. It could be also physical data or some data that could be extracted, as Salvo said in his previous experience working with IoT technology. So it can be extracted by objects. And there are a lot of data. The point is that from all this data, only 20% is used to make some business use. So, most of all, to help business make decision.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
true. It's very, very mm, uh, not used. Many companies do not use more than 10-15% of the data they have, and mainly they are concentrated on financial data, maybe.
yeah,
Not all the
financial
so
and marketing. These are the
financial
two
or marketing.
parts.
Yeah, for this reason, we created the two different analysis because they have financial or marketing data. Um, but even not properly treated because they did not provide significant information. Probably they more use financial because financial sustain the company. Than marketing, but it's very important. Our one of our goals is to improve usage of data from companies from 20 to 70%, as you said.
That's great. This is one of our goal. The goal of this product that we called like an AI brain, an actual AI brain, an AI brain for companies. And on the other end, the final goal for both Hudi and Cakes, and that's why we build this joint venture based on our common values, is the important of the stakeholder in this data ecosystem that is always left behind. Who is this stakeholder? It's all of us. It's all of us as a data owner, because all of this data is like, every minute $1 million of data is sold or bought. Every minute $1 million of data. All this money is like based on the raw material that is our own property, and in Europe is also regulated as our own property. It's today news that Meta received had some problems now because they are they're not they're using the value extracted from user data, and they're not, even paying taxes on them. So, by the way, our main goal is to give back this value in the end, in the end of the owner. In an age in which AI will be each and every day more important, in which data is going to be even more important, we should take back control of over our data. And this is why we build in this year all these Web3 solutions and technologies, from the data wallet, all the other technologies that Frankie briefly said, because it's like 4 years of building in a few minutes. But the final end is to create this data market that business can access, and connecting Web 2 and Web 3, because working for years in Web 3, we noticed that most of the data business is still on Web 2, and that's why together we can connect Web 2 and Web 3. So going with more numbers, goals in numbers, Salva already said one of our goal that is raise the usage of data from 20 to 70% to drive growth, reducing inefficiency and so on. And another goal that we gave ourselves is to support over 200 small and medium enterprise in Europe. Our solution is available all over the world, is privacy first, so you don't give the data to the platform, you keep the data on your local storage. But we are gonna start marketing this solution in Europe. So if you are interested in knowing more about Keix, you can just visit keix.com and request for a demo. Or if you are a media or a journalist and want to request a personal interview, you can connect with us via the Hudi page or Keix page, or if you are a media invited by some or press invited by somebody, you can contact your referent. And we are now open to questions. We just did 1 hour of an Italian press conference just an hour ago. So we already have some question that we can answer straight away. In the meantime, if you have any question, please feel free to ask, because we are here to answer. And of course, there is a lot of things to say. That's why we are starting also communicating short and longer, also starting a podcast that we didn't even announce, but it will be about data, of course. And very quick, I'm gonna ask some question to Frankie or Salvo. I'm gonna answer myself if I'm involved. And the first question is for Salvo, and it's how is the different from traditional BI tools or CRMs?
The difference is BIs normally creates analytics from different sources and as not computational or which means algorithms or statistical functionalities. Kate creates analytics, of course, because it's very important to design the information to let people understand what the data provide as information. But Keix manages the entire pipeline, data pipeline from the different sources. It stay connected with the different source, then process data and streaming, and then provides updated in streaming dashboards.
All right, interesting. So another quick question for Frankie. And talking about user data, what kind of user data are you referring to?
So basically, user data are the main application are or targeting. So let's say history of what you have purchased in the past, what application do you use, your demographics. So it's usually data to allow companies to better target you for advertising, for market research, or can be data about a specific market research. So, like, how was your experience with a specific brand? Or in general, what do you think? Like, what do you do when you have a stomach ache? You know what I mean? So it's just data,
So
any kind of data.
any kind of data. I love to make the example of, Netflix that wants Disney Plus users data. They're not gonna sell each other their own data, but as users we can get back those data and then anonymously sell to the counterpart. So it's very valuable. Also the financial data and so on. Because now, if you don't know, but I'm not sure everybody knows that, but all our data is already being sold every day. But we are cut it off from this. Okay, another question for Salvo. Is the product already live?
The product is already live. We are working. We have clients. We do not have prices on our website, but the product is ready, is working, and we are developing on it for some specific big clients which are asking to create some modules for their specific needs as well.
All right, can we anticipate like the starting point? Of course, there could be also an enterprise work or a
Uh,
customization work, but our goal is to democratize data in terms of money. How much is for a business?
But we are defining prices, but for sure the entry level price will be 50
50 euro
per
a
month, of
month.
course.
Yeah, so we want to let actually every small business use use this product, and that's amazing for me. And we're gonna focus with at the beginning with a few organizations, a few companies to understand, better, to fit better in the market. Also because we are, and I can answer to another question that is, are you raising capital? As Hudi Cakes is self-funded by the two funding companies. We are strategically planning a fundraising probably in this same year. It would be an equity fundraising. And as we did the pre-seed and seed stage self-funded, we are going to do probably a bridge seed fund to bridge to a Series A fund. You know, I think it's gonna be very important to accelerate growth and development of the product. But as Salvo just said, we are already on the market. We already have clients, and we are improving the product every day. Another quick question for who want to answer, Frankie, or I can answer myself. How does Web3 plays into all of this?
So basically, if you wanna be able to reward the owner of the data, so people, you need a very modular and fast and decentralized infrastructure, payment infrastructure. As simple as, if you wanna do the same thing in fiat, the only option you would have is like wire transfer or Amazon card or gift cards or PayPal. That is not the proper way. And also, let's say, all the uh, bureaucratic friction you would experience trying to do that globally, it's a pain. it's like very, very complex, right? With crypto, you can do it with like easily. It's already digital, so you don't even have the problem of, okay, I'm gonna redistribute you $50 of worth, but like in which currency? And then you have the whole payment infrastructure, all the currency exchange transactions and fees. So it's like, it's a nightmare. So trying to do that without crypto, and honestly, if you want to do it trustless, meaning every time you transfer one of data somebody bought, you get the reward immediately, even if we're talking about cents. Only in crypto you can hope to do that in a, let's say, trustless way.
Amazing. So for also the Hudi token, it means another utility, a super utility meant for business that is gonna bring like a very useful use case to the token, something real you can buy. We are, in the building side of crypto, so we love memes, but we love to build real world utilities.
Yeah,
And
and Gigi, I wanna add on that in sense that, our goal is more, let's say, to be to make sure that UD is like the currency of like the of data and be able to empower project, with the same vision, more than having our a specific product of ours being mainstream. Like, we're more for the ecosystem. It's still very early for data, so right now there is still room to like create an alliance, find great projects that have the same vision and somehow empowering each other to a collaboration. Because at the end of the day, it's very hard to develop everything on your own. And when you are in crypto, like managing a crypto and everything crypto related is like having two companies instead of one.
yeah, it was a good point, and it gave me the chance to tell a very short story about that. That is how we managed to fall in love with each other because at the beginning, before knowing Salvo and Cakes, we were planning to, as after 3 years of Web3 and a huge explosion at the beginning. But looking for building and scaling for real data transaction, not only what the market was giving, but also building a new stream of data, a new stream for data, let's say, business. We plan to come in the B2B industry, that is a B2B industry, Web 2, that is basically where the data business is, and to reconnect it with the Web 3. So also connecting Web 3 and Web 2 and connected business with user and use the token as a mean of utility for the whole ecosystem, also for the user to receive value for their data. So it's like Hudi is the token for data. Hudi means human data income. Actually, probably not everybody knows that, but human data income is a UBI powered by data. This means, that our business plan, when we met Salvo and he was telling me what they were working on, it looks like he were reading our business plan. So yeah, our product. So he was already building it. It was an immediate love. All right, very quick. We have some other questions. We already answered to which markets we are focusing on. We are starting with Europe and UK, but we are open to work worldwide. Who is the product for? I can answer very quickly. It's built for a small and medium enterprise that want to improve decision making without need of a full data team or technical knowledge. But as in the previous press conference emerged, if you need data analyst or if you need development to integrate as better as possible, as good as possible, this tool, we help with that. So that's why we invented the data scientist as a service. So if you need a data scientist, apart from the intelligence of the data scientist that is inside, already inside it. And I think that's it. The last thing I want to add about Web3 is that, so Hudi, you are able to buy the license of the platform in Hudi with a huge upgrade of value. Like we are gonna do specific offers, like double the value of your Hudi if you buy the license. And we're gonna present this in another conference in the next meeting. But the data market is gonna reward, like now the DApp, Hudi DApp already does, is gonna reward data and surveys and all the things about user in Hudi token. So thank you for the great, we are more than 100 people live. We're very happy about that. Also, we have people from all over the world, so it's gonna run for a bit, this video. I thanks everybody who is giving their attention to us and helping Hudi Keix to revolutionize the world of data, the world of artificial intelligence, the world of Web3. So I want to personally thanks Frankie, the CEO of Hudi,
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Salvo.
and Salvo Panarello, the CEO of Keix, that together we made possible this amazing journey.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye.